हैं.
Yes.
Gold, silver, bronze,
Introductions
सारे
here.
medals के
Great
हकदार.
job by the
Please
MC.
welcome
Very
JOGENDER
enthusiastic.
Of the jacket.
Yes. Really getting the crowd going crazy here tonight and amping up the athletes as well. Yogi's making his way out on stage.
It's great seeing the athletes taking their moment. So you can see here the celebration and the excitement coming out. Every athlete is a champion walking onto this stage, and they know it. So see battles between them, and JOGENDER here is going to be facing off for Mumbai Muscle.
ये स्टेडियम गूंजने लगा है for the home boy, but इनके अगेंस्ट आ रहे हैं Mean
MEDHI.
Machine, 7 times national champion और world ranking
Which
में जो
weight class
10th रह
is
चुके हैं.
national champion?
Please welcome
Kilos.
TRIDIP
Crazy how so strong and some of these guys can be when they're 50, 60 kilos, and then when you get up to the heavyweights, it's like, oh, that's just next level.
Yeah, indeed. TRIDIP is a former national champion. Looks every bit of it as well. A lot of muscle packed into that frame.
Looks like he's got a long forearm as well, so he may be looking to get height on top roll.
There we go. Classic double bicep pose. Celebrities clapping in approval. They like what they're seeing here tonight.
That's right, here we go. So,
Carlos Hafer kind of exposes TRIDIP as being the taller athlete with the bigger bicep, 16-inch, carrying a 1.5-inch advantage against Yogi. So it's going to be very interesting to see how that plays out. We've seen in earlier matchups in the undercard that muscle doesn't matter as much as you think it should, and endurance certainly plays a role, especially as these matches draw on.
Come on.
that's right, yeah, we're going to see this one play out here, and the height advantage obviously would be going to the screen there. As you can see, he's going to be setting up. He's probably going to trying to get over the hand of Yogi.
TRIDIP is trying to set up very high here in the setup, trying to get that hand.
Yogi is very much wanting to turn this inside. He doesn't want to be caught in an outside battle.
And he's leaning very strongly over the table. He's
Going to try to turn into a hook here.
always so far forward, his elbow's almost off the pad.
He's got to watch his elbow.
He's got to watch it. It's not getting called by the referee. He's looking at the hands, not at the elbow, and he comes straight inside, and he's almost off the pad again. It's been called. And TRIDIP tries to come through, doesn't quite have the purchase that he thought. He's asking the ref how everything's looking down there with the elbow.
Look at the bicep.
Second foul, Mumbai Indians. Second foul.
Really crazy. They're stuck inside here. Both men thought that they had the match won. They both showboated to the crowd, and neither of them were able to get the advantage. They're both stuck in the center in a deep hook here.
Yogender seemingly in the dominant position here. He's not expiring as anywhere as much energy as TRIDIP at this stage. TRIDIP is right there on his bicep. As you can see it bulging at this stage, but it's going to be all the harder for him to come back from here. He tries to top roll, can't get to the edge of the fingers of his opponent.
His strength is not the supination, his strength is pronation. You can see him trying to pronate through Yogi's wrist, and he's not able to do it. He may be better off trying to slip and get out to the strap match, but he's really gassing himself out here. He's not near his hand. He's using a lot of bicep to hold. You can see Yogi being so close to shoulder and hand. He's just sitting there. He's just staring at TRIDIP. He's just saying, let's see how long you're going to tire yourself out for.
Yeah, he's bleeding him out here. He's really thinking about future rounds here. He's holding on. It'll be interesting to see, in this case, strategically good move not to come out with that challenge round. This was always going to be a very tough first round, but it seems that Yogender here is really bleeding out his opponent, knowing that he's got him on his bicep, that he doesn't have anywhere to go, he can't get out of his hand. He's just applying that pressure. But this is an absolute war, isn't it?
Yeah, I think he could probably pin at this point, but he's wanting to tire out TRIDIP, and he's working so hard holding that bicep. There he goes. He gets the
Winner
pin.
or rematch?
Well earned. Great win. Huge pump in the arm. When you saw both arms go up there, you did see the right arm that's blown up already. But he would be in better shape. He would be in better shape. He's calling for a review, it seems. So I wonder what he's calling for the review, because it does appear that he did secure that win. I wonder what his objection is there.
Yeah, it'd be kind of strange to try to overturn your win.
Yeah,
Like, I got the pin, but I think that I over.
I think we give it to him anyway.
For effort.
Yeah, it's very generous of him. So it'd be very interesting to see now. It looked like he was looking back over to his team, perhaps even over to Saltenbeck, his coach, and just seeing whether it was looking at the timing for the pin. It seemed that once he was in that dominant position, he knew he had everything he needed, and it was just a matter of strategically now, do I bleed him out? Do I exhaust him? Do I make sure he's got nothing left for the next 2 rounds? How long do I need to do that for? Looked over at his coach, Saltenbeck, and Saltenbeck kind of gave the nod and said, yes, okay, you're good to go now. I think you've done everything you need to. Look, you can see it is a sellout crowd here at Pro Puncher League Season 2. And this is the very first night. There is so much more arm wrestling coming your way with undercards and main cards as we're on right now. This is the premier main card event. So we're going to see a replay here.
This is a classic inside versus outside battle, and the top roll attempt there, but not able to bust back the wrist of Yogi, and he was able to keep that tight shoulder and hand position the entire way through, which is what helped him through here. It's really going to have to be a big adjustment for TRIDIP if he's going to be able to get the pronation and height that he needs over Yogi. Really, he needs to separate that shoulder and hand. He's got to use a lot of back pressure, because once it's in play, it's very, very dominant. You can see here that TRIDIP thought he had this one. He's caught both hits. He has a dominant position. He's showboating to the crowd. He's relaxed.
Gives a wink.
And this is the moment he goes, I'm going to hit real hard here, and he didn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
So Yogi able to contain that, and then it turned into like a 30-second hook position war, with Yogi finally sort of dominating the position enough and then just tiring out.
It seemed both athletes were in their little happy place there. Both were in a spot where they felt really comfortable. We do see that in arm wrestling. Some athletes feel ugly on their bicep. Others feel really super comfortable and feel that's where their strength is and can come back easily from there. He, again, was very much very comfortable on the inside, seemingly had everything he needed. It would seem that TRIDIP on this occasion may be overestimated. It's a wink coming now. Yep, okay, I've put everything on. And this is for 1 point. No challenge round in this matchup. If there is to be a challenge round, it needs to be called as the first round. So you can't wear out your opponent and then call out your 5-point gaining challenge round. On this occasion, both athletes foregoing that opportunity. And it seems that from both sides, that was a very, very wise move. So we'll see how this is going to fall. Praveen is getting involved now, seeking a quick call. You can see Mumbai muscles. They're looking very relaxed over there.
Yeah, we'll see what the call is and whether or not that they want to count that elbow foul or not. But an amazing round to start off this match, though. I mean, both guys had their moments, and they both thought that they were going to win this round several times throughout. But they did get stuck in the center in a hook position for quite an extended period. And Yogi slowly starting to move his hand closer and closer. He had more and more pressure on arm and wrist of TRIDIP.
Okay, so both men being recalled to the table. Back. This is still round one.
Yeah, so it's going to be one elbow foul for Yogi.
Mumbai.
We're going to get a restart. We'll see. This is the inside versus outside battle, as we mentioned before. Yogi wanting to push inside, get into a hook position or a press position, and his opponent doing the exact opposite. He wants to go backwards and high over the hand and roll straight through the fingers.
And a lot of chalk on the table. And this might explain why there's been so few strap matches so far, strap rounds. They're really trying to remain stuck to each other.
We're about to get the start. Let's see how this plays out. Two exact opposite styles here.
TRIDIP might be well served to maybe get to strap. As a matter of fact, if he can engage some of that back pressure with that top roll, might just be enough to get him away from that downward pressure from JOGENDER.
Yeah, that's right. You can see, I'd like his elbow to be a little bit more forwards and he's a little bit more height in his arm, but he must feel comfortable in that spot there. And we're about to get the start here, and the hands are getting closed. A little bit of cup on his wrist there, getting adjusted by the referee. There it is.
Here we go.
We got the slip. We're going to strap.
We're going to strap.
TRIDIP was able to get the initial back pressure, the initial back pressure position. And we got the slip. We're going to strap.
We're going to strap.
TRIDIP was able to get the initial back pressure position and able to sit over the top of Yogi's hand and wrist.
It seemingly had something there when he did that too. He got the stop, and so that wasn't a straight easy slip. He got the stop and then slipped, and it seemed to be a slip through authentic, genuine pressure. It wasn't just a deliberate, strategic slip to strap. It seemed that he wouldn't have minded holding on, but just the sheer force of the two athletes coming apart was enough to mean that the strap is now out on the table. So we'll see if the strap does make a difference to TRIDIP's ability to get some purchase here early on, and maybe just with that perfect start, he can put enough pressure back on Yogi. What you do find with those inside pullers is once they're outside of their shoulder, they don't seemingly have as much, and they do struggle once they're on their bicep. So we might find that TRIDIP has what he needs here in the strap to make a difference.
Yeah, he's doing the right things. Right off the bat, you can see he's utilizing a lot of back pressure. He's pulling backwards very, very hard, which is separating Yogi's hand and shoulder, because Yogi wants to be inside and he needs to have a very tight structure for that to work. So it's the hand and wrist is the critical aspect of this match.
You'd really like to see his elbow a little further forward though, wouldn't you?
I would, but he knows what he's doing. He's a champion and he's been doing all right in this match so far. We've had a restart, one elbow foul on Yogi, and TRIDIP is looking like he's going to set up and do exactly the same thing. Same with Yogi. You can see his shoulder being nice and close to his hand there, and the first movement you're going to see from TRIDIP is straight backwards.
No movement. No. Yes, no palm.
Get the hands closed.
No push.
Oh, looks like
His chin is almost on the top of his thumb.
Yogi looks like he may be setting up for a top roll here.
No.
His knuckles are pointed towards the ceiling.
So,
oh no, they've gone, and he has gone inside. TRIDIP able to make the stop. He's in that same positioning, and he's on his bicep there. You can see the structure of his arm. He's being pulled out. Yogi shaking his hand.
bit of trash talk here in the middle of the table.
There it is. He's got it. Yeah, so you can see TRIDIP's game plan there was to separate the arm, but he wasn't able to get enough separation there. Look, difference between the arms. Wow.
You're going to feeling very good after that round, returning to his team at Mumbai Muscle, who are feeling much, much better about things. In this card, certainly much better than the undercard. Their A-team are really pulling through and doing a great job here this evening. With all that pressure on it. Sometimes with our more muscular competitors, they do sometimes find it very difficult to maintain that connection and closeness between their hand and their body. Just the muscularity prohibits them from having that, and that might be something with TRIDIP being as muscular as he is at 70 kilos. He's carrying an enormous amount of muscle there, but it might just be the inhibiting factor for him to get that connection and control and to keep everything close together.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, so it was a hard-fought victory because he got the pin in the end. They had an earlier round which went for probably over a minute, and they were both stuck in the center in a hook. A lot of energy expended from both men, but it ended up in a restart of all things, and we got a slip. And so we're going into the second round. Both guys are going to be very fatigued heading into this, and this is only round 2.
Yes, both athletes definitely given it their all. This is their chance to shine on the biggest stage in Indian arm wrestling. This is Pro Punja League. This is the premier evening. This is the covers came off the table a little bit earlier on. This is really arm wrestling at its very, very best. You're seeing the best production amongst the best athletes. And, of course, all of the athletes you're seeing on screen are either regional champions, former national champions, current national champions. They are the top athletes from around the country. You're seeing them here and live on Pro Punja League.
Absolutely. TRIDIP is going to have to make some adjustments here. He keeps getting turned into the hook with supination. The supination of Yogi, very strong. I still would love to see more vertical height from TRIDIP's forearm here, but you know what he's doing. But I think that if he wants to stay out of the supination position, which is where you will see your hook, and he's gone for like a flop press, which really didn't pay off. It ended up in a slip. He's saying maybe it was a pin. I don't think it was a pin at all. He's calling for a third umpire. He wants the replay here. He thinks he got a pin. From my point of view, I think he's wishful this time. He's in a dominant spot. You could see he's turned the hand over for Yogi. Yogi's hand pointed towards the ceiling, but he's holding strong. His finger strength must be absolutely incredible here. Within a disadvantaged position, but he's bringing it back. He's keeping that shoulder nice and close to his hand. You could see the attempt to roll through the fingers there from TRIDIP, but he's not able to get through. And I think this is going to be another long round here.
The longer this round goes on, the harder it is going to be for TRIDIP. His technique means that he is now carrying all on his bicep, and there we go. Yogender coming through with the victory. It did seem that as soon as it rolled straight over onto TRIDIP's bicep, he was going to be at a severe disadvantage, especially as this matchup is drawn on. He is going to find it harder and harder to win from those positions.
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of those things.
आ रहे हैं gold, silver, bronze, सारे medals के हकदार. Please welcome
Very enthusiastic.
Of the jacket.
Yes. Really getting the crowd going crazy here tonight and amping up the athletes as well. Yogi's making his way out on the stage.
It's great seeing the athletes taking their moments. So you can see here the celebration and the excitement coming out. Every athlete is a champion walking onto this stage, and they know it. And see battles between them, and Jogender here is going to be facing off for Mumbai Muscle.
ये स्टेडियम गूंजने लगा है for the home boy, but इनके अगेंस्ट आ रहे हैं Mean Machine, 7 times national champion और world ranking में जो 10th रह चुके हैं. Please welcome TRIDIP MEDHI.
So strong and some of these guys can be when they're 50, 60 kilos, and then And when you get up to the heavyweights, it's like, oh, that's just next level.
Yeah, indeed. TRIDIP is a former national champion. Looks every bit of it as well. A lot of muscle packed into that frame.
Looks like he's got a long forearm as well, so he may be looking to get height and top roll.
There we go. Classic double bicep pose.
Come on.
Celebrities clapping in approval. They like what they're seeing here tonight.
That's right. Here we go. So,
Colours Hafer kind of exposes TRIDIP as being the